Scrappy friends, and welcome back to my channel. I have some great news, and that is I'm going to be working on a boys layout. I get just as excited as you do when I see someone creating a boys layout because we just don't see enough of them. In fact, we don't even have enough boy or masculine collections, and we definitely want it as scrapbookers. So let's go ahead and get started. So that's the collection I'm going to be using by Coco Vanilla. It's their new release, Boys Rule. I've been a huge fan since day one. I remember her first release. I had to originally buy her very first collections from Australia, so I'm so excited that finally the US stores have them here. But yeah, one of my favorite companies. So let's get started on how I pick my photos and what inspires me. So I usually go through my photographs in my computer and find what I want to actually work on. And when I saw these pictures of my son at the skate park, I was like, ooh, I want to do a page. And as soon as I saw the photos, an idea popped in my head. And when I think of skate parks, I think of grunge and graffiti, because they definitely allow graffiti art there, and stickers, you know, they put all over their skateboards and BMX bikes and scooters, and my son absolutely loves it there. So I was going through my collections, and then I forgot that I purchased this Boys Roll collection a long time ago. In fact, I think it took me forever to get my pre-order. But I don't buy collections very often, so I forgot all about that. I quickly grabbed it, haven't even looked at the papers yet. And if you are definitely thinking about grabbing this collection, I will let you know that the 6x8 paper is actually different texture than the 12x12. It has a glossy finish. Would I say it would discourage me from buying it again? No. Knowing that, it's not enough to bother me, especially if I'm going to matte photos or anything like that. Even if I was to have the photo or the border going around my photo whiter, definitely not. Even if it's different texture, I love it. Especially because they have a scaled down version of the cut apart sheet, which I'm a huge sucker for. Now, if you're wondering why there is washi tape on that photograph, that is because I realized when I first started filming this that the actual name of the skate park and where it's located is on my photograph. So I wanted to cover that up. And then I was looking through the 12x12 papers, and I came across this one that looked like asphalt. And as soon as I saw it, again, the graffiti popped in my head. I live here in California, and I don't know if this happened in other states, but there was a time where there was graffiti artists dropping gallons of paint on the freeway and literally leaving splatter marks. Now, I didn't ever see this happening, but this was the story that was going around. And that's what I wanted to do, was like create splatter marks on it, because literally when we were driving through it, I know some of you might be cringing going, what? It was the coolest thing, driving on the freeway and having these just colors just driving through, you know, going through it and just popping up all over the freeway. It was amazing. It was so pretty. So I'm using my Distress ink in Picket Fence. So if you're looking for opaque white, that is one definitely to use. However, you don't have to buy it. You can definitely buy acrylic paint. Once that bottle is gone, I'm going to buy the cheap acrylic paint to create my white splatters. So if you have stuff that's translucent, definitely get that. And then I'm just going to work on picking out some embellishments. Now, I bought this entire collection. Like I said, it's been 6 months since I purchased a collection, but the only thing I did not get was the flares, because I definitely live in humidity. So right there, that is my idea. When I thought of grunge, I thought of graffiti, and I was literally going to create my own background for, well, not background, but create my own paper with using mist to create this cut file. Now, this cut file I purchased from the Silhouette store. It actually came in 3 circles, and they had different words in it. I used the one that said super rad. And now I'm trying to decide, do I want to cut this circle in half? And I was thinking of having the top part on the left, on the top part of the photograph, and then have the bottom of the circle on the bottom right hand side of the photograph. The only reason why I don't do it is I actually kind of got nervous. That circle right there, oh, I didn't even explain that because I didn't even, I forgot. I did not create the mist on that paper. So when I was going through the collection, Hello, they actually have a paper that looks like it's been all misted up for me. So it saved me time, which I absolutely loved. So I didn't even have to do it, of creating my own mist background for the cut file. But I was going to cut that circle in half and I got nervous. And the reason why I got nervous, I have only, whenever you buy the Cocoa Vanilla collection, they have 2 of each papers. And as you can tell, that circle's pretty big, so it literally took a huge chunk out of one of the 12 by 12 papers. Yes, I have a whole other one, but I didn't want to cut into that because of being unsure and just wasting paper. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stick with my original plan, and I'm going to create and just have it in the middle somewhere. Now, when I was fussing with these papers, I realized that the A and the D, and you're going to see that here again, of the circle was not attached. So those 2 letters are not attached to the circle, and that kind of bothered me because it is up on the word super. So everything's all attached. So there's this huge space, and it was driving me crazy. So in order to fix that, I then tilted one of the photos and had the one on the right higher up, so that way it totally covers up that trap space there, and so much better. Next, I'm going to go through the cut apart sheet, and that's when I found one that had a journaling tag, and then I went through the embellishments, and the embellishments had this one that said one of a kind. I'm going to use a few of those pieces, and now I'm jumping into working on some mixed media at 5 o'clock in the morning, which I will never do again, and here's why. I wanted to play before I went to work. And the first color that I picked was this Mr. Huey's Seafoam Green, and I always buy white modeling paste because I like to create my own modeling colors, my own modeling paste with colors that I own instead of having to buy actual different color modeling paste. And so I'm sitting here mixing it around, and it came out perfect. I'm showing you right there. Tell me that does not pop off the page. That's the problem. I absolutely love how this color turned out. I just was having so much fun that I was grabbing some navy, I was grabbing some shimmers product, totally playing around. The color is perfect. It is in the collection. However, I'm putting a dark color against a dark, so there's no contrast, so it's not popping off the page, which is what I wanted. So instead of wasting again another piece of 12 by 12 paper, I decided I have to move on. I can't let that bother me. It's still going to look amazing no matter what. So going back to the photographs, because now I'm going to start putting down embellishments. And whenever I put down embellishments, especially if I'm using mixed media, I need to use the tacky glue because that is the only thing that will work like cement and make sure that nothing falls off the page, because my ATG adhesive or any type of tape runner is just not strong enough. So I'm definitely having to use tacky glue. But you are going to notice that I'm tilting things around. So for instance, that one with the fishtail banner and that has the word phrase one of a kind, I tilted that because the one photograph is tilted. So I want everything to be cohesive in that visual triangle that I'm going to create. And you'll see that here in a minute. So here again, see how the A and the D is not connected? I don't know why. I have to actually look back on when I originally downloaded the cut file, if it even is like that on a smaller scaled down version. I would think that it is, but I don't know. Now I'm going to be putting all the elements onto the layout, and now I'm going to create that visual triangle. So I have that one word that says one of a kind up at the very top tilted, the photograph on the left is tilted, and then now to create that triangle, I'm going to have the journaling spot or card, and that is going to be straight. However, I'm going to tilt the banner that says awesome. I'm going to staple that down and just to add some more different type of texture on the layout. And anytime I'm working on any of my kids' layouts, I do try to pick things like colors and elements that kind of describe them. So again, my son likes skateboarding. He's very scientist. He just likes to kind of like work on things, kind of tinker around with things, and like a mechanic almost, and figure things out. And so that's why I added staples, because I think of gears and metal. So I just wanted to create stuff that describes him. And then that's pretty much it. I'm going to just finish off adhering everything else. I did add, and you will see that in the end on the final picture, I did add enamel dots because I completely forgot about adding those. I had them off to the side, and then when I was done filming, taking pictures, I'm like, wait a minute, as I'm putting things away, I forgot to put the enamel dots, so you'll see that in the end. Anyways, if you like this video, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you here. I do a wide range of scrapbooking styles, meaning I do pocket pages, traveler's notebooks, boy layouts, girl layouts, you name it, I do it. And I would love to have you here. In fact, I'm doing a giveaway because I'm celebrating my 3rd year here on YouTube, which is exciting news. So definitely hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be doing a giveaway on August 27th in celebration of that 3rd year and giving a gift card to a scrapbooking store. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. You all have an amazing day. Bye.